reports coming in on the Giggler. The reliable man who uses glitter as his signature weapon, hijacking the Thanksgiving Day parade.
That is correct. We hear that he has filled several of the parade balloons with his own giggle glitter, and has plans to explode them within the hour over all of Manhattan.
And he is unwilling to work with anyone to find a resolution. He is only doing this to cause pain and suffering. Please! We need someone to stop him.
I'm betting you folks are all wondering, what have I been doing since Halloween? Well, I can tell you that I haven't been blundering. I've been working really hard on this big event, bringing New York the most chaotic explosion. And we're only a few short ticking moments away from Jiggle Glitter being introduced on the world stage. I just wonder which heroic idiot is going to get in my way. Even still, we have a whole lot to catch up on. We'll do just that right after the lovely chorus of this song. They thought I was only some small-time villain until they left me alone long enough to ruin a village. Now the news network's cowering in fear at my name. The Giggler, the supervillain that's completely insane. So after I was done with bombing people and ripping off scouts, I wanted a place to operate outside of my hometown. So I packed up my belongings and gathered up my goons and moved my base of operations out to the desert dunes. I got to work on finding random spots to hit when I'm in the mood, in between throwing debaucherous parties for my psycho dudes. At some point, I became somewhat renowned. Got authorities and super zeros looking for me now. When you ransack several towns and end over 300 people, the proofs out there don't seem to want you to make a sequel. They thought I was only some small-time villain until they left me alone long enough to ruin a village. Now the news network's cowering in fear at my name. The Giggler, the supervillain that's completely insane. So remember that policeman who caught a full-on face splash, that I took a picture of his suffering next to my beautiful bare ass? Well, he died in the hospital of suffocation and asphyxiation. Apparently glitter got down and inside of his esophagus. Well, his useless little brother was filled up with a heroic rage and became a crime fighter in his shitty brother's name. But I gotta give it to him, the boy can really fight. Too bad that he got mixed up with me and my might, because I bludgeoned him up until he barely had sight and left him bleeding on the ground next to a baby's nightlight. They thought I was only some small-time villain until they left me alone long enough to ruin a village. Now the news network's cowering in fear at my name. The Giggler, the supervillain that's completely insane. Here we are, me and the victim from before, the guy playing a hero, trying to stop me from continuing my war. My battle against the entitled, with the word banging on the floor. He kicks, then I block, I punch, and he ducks. We go back and forth like this, it's looking funny as fuck. But he caught me, clocked me right in Mach 2. I almost thought that he had knocked a few loose, and yet he still hasn't even deduced what my plan is. He just ran in headlong for nothing, trying to stop it, so I snapped his neck quickly to take him to the end. If you can't compete with my intelligence, then I am not your villain. They thought I was only some small-time villain until they left me alone long enough to ruin a village. Now the news network's cowering in fear at my name. The Giggler, the supervillain that's completely insane. They thought I was only some small-time villain until they left me alone long enough to ruin a village. Now the news network's cowering in fear at my name. The Giggler, the supervillain that's completely insane.
Some terrifyingly shocking news to share tonight. The Giggler has achieved his goal and blown up the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Many have suffered scars and disfiguration. Many more died due to toxins and poisons that were laced in the glitter.
And there was also the body of a young and inspiring hero, formerly known as the Militant. He was identified as Stephen Jackson, his brother being Officer Theodore Jackson, whom was the officer that was maimed and killed by the Giggler on Halloween.
Today marks an extremely sad day as the Giggler remains at large, and no one seems to be able to put a stop to his antics.